So I found the perfect singer for Psyckadeli, and then his profile disappeared, along with all our messages. I thought I'd lost him before we even started. And after everything that had happened over the previous few years, that was the last thing I needed. Hi, I'm Max Hayes from the band Psyckadeli. After spending a few years studying music and sound design while continuing releasing singles to Psyckadeli, I finally felt it was time to take the band to the next level. I wasn't looking for the best singer, I was looking for the right person. At that time, I had all these new songs that I wanted to do something with, but there was one thing missing. I needed a new singer. Even though we've worked with female singers before, I wasn't really looking for a female singer or a male singer. I was looking for the perfect fit for the band. Someone who was willing to commit, someone who wanted to build something together instead of just joining a band, and someone who already knew what it meant to be in a band. That was important. I wasn't afraid of choosing the wrong singer. I was afraid of wasting 6 months of my life. Joining a band is a much bigger commitment than many people think. At first, it sounds exciting, but after a while, reality kicks in. Rehearsals, recording, planning, it takes a lot of time and dedication. I didn't want to find out 6 months later that someone wasn't really prepared for that. So I started looking around. I found a website where musicians could advertise themselves, and I contacted a few different singers. But then I found Carl's profile. There was just something about him that felt right. We got in touch, and then suddenly his profile disappeared. He was gone. This almost ended before it even began. Along with it, all our communication disappeared as well. I remember thinking, oh no, this actually looked really promising. Luckily, Carl realized something has gone wrong too. He contacted me again, put his profile back online, and we managed to reconnect. As we got to know each other, I found out that Carl had already played in several bands before. He had even taken on leadership roles in those bands. That made a huge difference in the beginning. He didn't join expecting everything to be done for him. Instead, he wanted to build something together. One decision completely changed the way Psyckadeli worked. We started going through all the songs. Carl brought his own ideas. I already had a lot of materials written, but we worked together on melodies, arrangement, and details until the song started taking shape. One thing that really impressed me was his attitude. I told him it would be perfect if he could record vocals at home. So he went out and bought a computer. Then we figured out which audio interface he needed, what microphones to buy, and how to build a simple home recording setup. That completely changed the way we work. So getting Carl a home studio turned out to be one of the best decisions we ever made. Now Carl could record ideas whenever he wanted. When it was time to make the final recording, we got together in the studio and go through everything. We had a very open way of working, unlike some musicians I've worked with in the past. Carl never felt threatened when I came up with ideas about how a vocal line could be sung. He just rolled with it and gave it a try. We challenged each other's ideas, tried different approaches, and kept working until we both felt we made a song as good as it possibly could be. Looking back now, finding Carl didn't just give Psyckadeli a new singer, it gave the band a new beginning. Side by side.